A help wanted sign hangs up right next to the door that was smashed last night in an apparent robbery. Now the owner is asking for the community's help to bring the suspects to justice. When he realized that he wasn't going to be able to make it to an airport, but ended up crashing and landing upside down here in this field. Well, after that 6-week manhunt, authorities finally know the location of fugitive Tad Cummins here in the Siskiyou County Jail. He and Elizabeth Thomas were located in Cecilville, more than 2,000 miles away from their Tennessee hometown. One improvement will be to build a concrete barrier like this one on the other side of the bridge, which at the moment leaves pedestrians to fend for themselves. Philip Jacobs' attorney Timothy Prentice joined his client in court today as he pleaded not guilty to the murder of his wife. This lawsuit alleges that girls in the sports programs here at Red Bluff High are being denied a level playing field. Police say they're a target for thieves because they're small, easy to conceal, and this one alone is worth about $90. Memorials like this one along Victor Avenue are a reminder of some of the dangers the city is trying to fix. Yeah, Lauren, this training program takes candidates from the U.S. Forest Service and CAL FIRE and prepares them for another level of firefighting that officials say is crucial. In the air, on the radio, and in the classroom, 18 potential new crew members are learning the ins and outs of fighting fire from the sky. They're a lot like an air traffic controller, where they go out and coordinate the airspace. One of only 2 air attack training programs in the nation, this is the next level for many who have long experience in other aspects of firefighting.
We'll keep working around the head.
They've come from engines, hot shot crews, hell attack, smoke jumpers.
Managing aircraft like the C-130 that carries 3,000 gallons of fire retardant is a huge responsibility. Alex Ely has tried for 4 years to get into this program and would be proud to take on such a task.
Well, first off, it's not for everybody. Definitely need to be able to multitask and be heavily engaged with what's happening, and it's a lot of responsibility.
For Ashley Dooley, training as a dispatcher, the job of helping run the show is more like a calling.
Because it's the busy seat. It's the one that you sit down and you are talking all day. You always have aircraft in the air. It's the exciting one.
They could be the next generation in a long line of air attack crews that play a crucial role in fighting wildfires across California. Don Cockram's 28 years of aerial firefighting experience has shown him the importance of excellent training.
If we don't have safe airspace, you know what can happen.
And there's always the chance that this wildfire season could require all hands on deck.
You never can tell. I mean, there's always potential. It's California. And if we had a crystal ball, we wouldn't be doing this probably. You always got to be prepared.
And this was a week of practical training after a week of classroom learning in Sacramento, and pretty soon they'll be able to put their skills to the test on the real thing. Live in Redding, Josh Reed, Action News Now. Comments we're seeing online are commending this officer for his heroic actions, as are his fellow law enforcement officers, but he says all he was thinking at the time was making sure that this call didn't end in tragedy.
I had about 2 or 3 seconds to spare.
Officer Darren Holman has been with the Red Bluff Police Department for about 1.5 years, but has never had a call quite like this. A distressed woman sitting on the tracks with a train fast approaching.
It looks like she scooted off the rail onto the east side, and she just sat against the rail, and I saw her slightly lean back. At that point I thought, you know, she's checked out. She's made up her mind. She's seen the train.
For the next several seconds, he says the only thing on his mind was saving this woman.
I took off running. I kind of keep an eye on the train. And as I'm running, I realized, okay, the train's maybe going a little faster than I expected.
You know, he asked if it was possible to stop the train, but there was no time. The train was on him before he knew it.
As I run by, I cross the tracks and I grab her left arm and kind of just pull her off out of the way of the train. And as I pulled her off, I recognized her as the female from the earlier call this morning.
That's right, these two had met before. Officer Holman had taken a report from the woman hours before after a domestic violence call.
I'm thankful he was able to help that lady, and hopefully she gets the help she desperately needs.
And though it was his life on the line, Officer Holman is quick to credit others for the outcome.
Without the citizen calling and notifying us, without my dispatcher Brittany, without her getting the information out quickly, and without Sergeant updating me on the location of the train, I think we'd be talking about a different story today.
And though many are calling him a hero, he doesn't see it that way.
Absolutely not. Just doing my job.
And Sergeant Busquez says he will be recommending Officer Holman for the department's life-saving award. Live in Redding, Josh Reed, Action News Now.